Throughout development, characters often go through a refinement process, and it's no different in the case of Hellblade. And in Senua, we want to create the most believable and compelling character that we've ever delivered. And with that in mind, we're revisiting Senua, starting with the face.
We wanted to get back to the very first concept of Senua that we had created, and to reinterpret this as a more realistic style, we used Melina, our video editor, as a reference point.
In previous dev diaries, we covered how we used a combination of photogrammetry to capture Melina's facial expressions. We also built a prototype device that we called the plant pot to try to capture minute skin details.
When Hugh joined the team, he wanted to push for a far higher degree of realism in Senua's face and her expressions. And to achieve this, he suggested we go and visit a company called 3Lateral out in Serbia. And this is a company that specializes in extremely high resolution 3D scanning of people's faces and subsequently creating character rigs so that we could use that in real time.
My company is called 3Lateral, and we specialize in characters. That's our primary passion. Since our inception, we made the decision that we will not try to do anything else before we master this skill.
Senua has a lot of face paint on her, so we wanted to capture that alongside the facial expressions because the makeup and paint itself can change the way you express yourself.
Hugh asked me to experiment with different types of makeup to find something that crackles really nicely in the face, because they wanted to get really good detail for the face scan. So I just experimented with different types of makeup and face paints and ended up just using a normal face mask from the shop, and that seemed to give the best results.
The night before the scan was due to happen, we did one final makeup test in the hotel, just so that we could all make sure that everything was working as expected. Happy with the results, all we had to do then was to relax and wait.
That's it. Fucking roseblade around the floor.
3Lateral had a brand new experimental scanner built, which was really the best of its kind. But it was so large they couldn't fit it into their studio, so they had to create it in a nearby apartment. As the scanning device is such a closely guarded secret, we were asked not to film, but it's safe to say that it's far more impressive than our plant pot.
So is that without makeup? Mm-hmm. You have very smooth skin.
I'm sorry. Getting into the scanner felt like entering a giant spaceship, like you were really cut off from the outside world, and the only way to communicate with everyone else was over Skype.
Eyes closed, and here we go.
Once in the scanner, they wanted to capture every detail of how my face looks and moves, so I had to go through over 100 different facial expressions, which took a whole day.
Again, the specialization is a big thing with our team, so this scanner just scans the face and nothing else. But it's built to scan it in such detail so that we see all the tiniest wrinkles around the eyes and everything that's important for the emotion that human face portrays.
Yeah. We are just starting to see the results of the process, and the facial expressions and complexity of the expressions is an order of magnitude higher than anything we've done in Heavenly Sword or DMC or Enslaved.
I think everybody knows that game audience has been accustomed to certain compromises when it comes to seeing characters, and that's okay because they can see behind the flopping mouth and things like that. But what truly believable face rig gives you is the drama, the storytelling. I guess that's the passion, to create characters who you can really perceive as characters immediately, not having to imagine the other side of them.
We're very grateful to Vladimir and the rest of the 3Lateral team for helping us to fulfill our ambitions for Senua. We look forward to sharing the results with 3Lateral and the rest of our followers very soon.